Hey there, Bruiser Nation. Raise those anchors and get ready to wear the official merch of Bruiser Nation Productions. Visit bruisernationproductions.kincustom.com and show the world your love of the Bruiser Nation as you go about your day in style. We have Bruze Cruze Podcast and To the Turnbuckle tees, hoodies, jackets, shoes, bags, and even pillows. You heard that right. Pillows. That's bruisernationproductions.kincustom.com. Once again, bruisernationproductions.kincustom.com. And remember, Bruiser Nation, stay good, because I'm always good.
Hey there, Bruiser Nation. Raise those anchors and get ready to take a ride on the Bruze Cruze. This week on the Bruze Cruze Podcast, the only podcast that brings you pro wrestling for your ears, our G1 Climax 30 coverage continues with a surefire hoss fight featuring Jeff Cobb attempting to take Tomohiro Ishi on a tour of the islands, taking place on October 10th, 2020 at the Osaka Prefectorial Gymnasium in Osaka, Japan. Don't forget to check out bruisernationproductions.com/merch to get a link to all of our merch partners, help the Bruze Cruze Podcast and Bruiser Nation Productions grow as we watch the Stone Pitbull come to the ring on the New Japan World app. Jeff Cobb is already in the ring. Jeff Cobb, as I spoke, only with 4 points in this tournament. He has to win tonight, only if he wants to stay in the mix to really get to the finals. Tomohiro Ishi, however, has 6 points, so he's in a good place still, win or loss, but he could really cement his place in the finals with a win here, going from 6 points to 8 points. A little bit of history between these two before the bell rings. They have faced 3 times so far in their careers. Jeff Cobb has failed to defeat Tomohiro Ishi in each encounter these two have had. So that's going to be not only big for Jeff Cobb to get the points and get up to 6 points and try to stay in this tournament and get into the finals, but also some bragging rights too, as the Stone Pitbull, who eats elbows and right hands for breakfast, has had his number in so far in one-on-one matchups between the two. But can Jeff Cobb, the master of the Tour of the Islands, take this victory, stay in a decent place in this tournament, and maybe with 2 matches remaining before the final brackets are decided, can keep him in those finals, which is just a short few days away from this matchup. The finals will begin, well, on the Bruze Cruze Podcast probably in a month, but on this timeline, it was, I believe this was a Sunday, and the finals were going to be decided after, leading up to Friday. So they had a short time to really cement their legacy in this tournament. If you're doing the watch along with me, we're at 324, 325, 26, 27. Jeff Cobb, Tomohiro Ishi, the bell has rung, both men staring each other down. As we said, a little bit of history between these men. Bow and elbow tie-up. Side headlock by Tomohiro Ishi, driving down his knee. Jeff Cobb using his strength to lift Ishii in the air and force him against the ropes. Headlock still in. Referee's calling for the break. Head-to-head there. Jeff Cobb is challenging the Stone Pitbull. Big elbow to the face of Jeff Cobb. Bounces off the ropes. Shoulder block. Neither man moving an inch. Ishii off the ropes again. Another shoulder block attempt. Cobb not moving. Elbow to Ishii. Bounces off the ropes. Shoulder block. Forces Ishii back into the ropes. Back in kind by both. Now charging each other with shoulder blocks. Jeff Cobb gets the better of that exchange. Bounces off the ropes. Shoulder block again. Ishii bounces off the ropes. Jeff Cobb hits him with another shoulder block, forcing Ishii down to the mat. Quite a surprise there. Ishii doesn't normally get taken down to the mat on shoulder blocks so early in a matchup from an opponent. Right hand to the forehead of Tomohiro Ishi. European uppercut. Irish whip into the neutral white corner. Jeff Cobb measuring it up. Runs, charges, goes for diving elbow. Ishii misses and gets a boot for his trouble. Bounces off the ropes, ducks under the clothesline, bounces off the ropes, shoulder block, bounces off the ropes, and Ishii hits a shoulder block, forcing Cobb down as he nips up. 3 elbows delivered to Ishii. Side headlock, side suplex by Ishii, countering the headlock. Ishii getting those little bit of cobwebs out of his head there. It has been a very hard-fought tournament for all of these wrestlers. Slowly goes towards Jeff Cobb, grasping him by the ears, forcing him to his feet. Hard elbow to the back of the head by Tomohiro Ishii. Headbutt. Jeff Cobb still on his feet. Ishii slaps him, taunting him. A knife edge chop, a hard one by Ishii to Jeff Cobb. Another chop delivered as it echoes through the arena. Jeff Cobb returns in kind. Ishii eats it, gives him another one. Trading chops. Now the Pitbull is ready for breakfast as he eats an elbow and delivers a hard headbutt, driving Jeff Cobb down to one knee. Stalking his prey. Full confidence here by Tomohiro Ishii. Oh, another hard chop and a second one in a row there. Forcing Cobb into the corner with a third. Kicking him in the face, both feet. Really toying with Cobb here. Hard right hand, chop by Cobb, trying to come back. Elbow eaten by Ishii. And another third, fourth elbow. Hard, echoey chop by Tomohiro Ishii, sending Cobb down to both knees. More cocky type kicks from Ishii, really getting into under the skin of Jeff Cobb. Bounces off the ropes, tries to boot Jeff Cobb in the face. T-bone suplex by Jeff Cobb, tossing Tomohiro Ishii across the ring. Little bit of stalling there to really get a grip and get the strength ready and toss Tomohiro Ishii from corner to corner. Pure strength by Jeff Cobb. Waist pickup by Cobb, driving Ishii into the blue corner. Shoulder block into the gut. Irish whip corner. Ishii tries to counter, gets countered back into the blue corner. Charging flying European uppercut by Jeff Cobb. Side suplex of the running variety, dropping down right in the middle of the ring to Tomohiro Ishii. Cover by Cobb. 1, 2. Ishii kicks out at 2. Jeff Cobb back to his feet. Got a little bit of cobwebs from the assault that Ishii had placed upon him earlier in this match before that fiery comeback. Waist lock by Jeff Cobb. Looks like he's going for a stalling German. Ishii's able to fight out of it with elbows. What a vertical suplex attempt, countered by Tomohiro Ishi. Jeff Cobb lowers his weight to avoid Ishii giving him the vertical suplex. Both men showing their strength, trying to fight through the vertical. Neither man giving an inch. Who is going to be able to get the other? Still trying to give each other vertical suplexes. Jeff Cobb gets Ishii off of both feet. Ishii trying, can't get Cobb. He gets him up in the air and delivers the vertical suplex after 35 seconds of tug of war. Tomohiro Ishii is able to deliver the vertical suplex to Jeff Cobb. Both men attempting to get on their feet. Cobb needs the ropes. Ishii back to his feet first. Knife edge chop from Ishii, followed by another one. Jeff Cobb's eating him here. A third, no effect on Jeff Cobb, asking for a fourth. Elbow chop. Elbow chop right against the ropes. Back and forth. Good 5 or 6 of this vicious combo of elbows and chops. And Jeff Cobb just crumples to the mat. Jeff Cobb looks out of it right now after that vicious assault by Tomohiro Ishii, the Stone Pitbull, giving no quarter, holding nothing back, trying to advance even further to the finals of this tournament. Irish whip countered by Jeff Cobb. Hard elbow, and Ishii eats it, fires right back. Both men trading elbows right in the center of the ring. Jeff Cobb getting the better of the exchange. Quick succession of fast elbows and tries to hit the fist with Tomohiro Ishii countering with a vicious elbow once again, sending Jeff Cobb crumpling to the mat, tightening that elbow brace from all this hard-fought matches that Ishii has had where elbows are thrown with reckless abandon. Jeff Cobb is completely out of it. Ishii trying to lift him up from a squat position. Jeff Cobb is face first down on the mat. Tried to deadlift Ishii and Jeff Cobb is completely out of it. The crowd is solidly behind Jeff Cobb, trying to get him back into this matchup. Irish whip countered by Jeff Cobb, sending Ishii into the corner, bounces off, overhead belly-to-belly suplex of the stalling variety, delivered by Jeff Cobb to Tomohiro Ishii. Ishii quickly back to his feet, power slam by Tomohiro Ishii to a rushing Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb trying to pull himself back up. Goes for a hard right hand German suplex by Tomohiro Ishii to Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb back to his feet first. Ishii charges in, ducks a clothesline, another T-bone suplex delivered to Ishii, and he is out of it. Stumbling on his feet. Oh, hard right hand to the right arm of Jeff Cobb. Delivers a headbutt, and Jeff Cobb comes charging in with a headbutt of his own, sending Tomohiro Ishii straight back on the mat. Jeff Cobb down on the ground. Ishii is out of it. Dear Lord, all of his weight and power in that quick thrusting headbutt from Jeff Cobb to Tomohiro Ishii. Cobb is feeling it, getting the extra third man, if you will, from the crowd. The crowd is loving this opening matchup here tonight. Super kick by Jeff Cobb to Tomohiro Ishii. Jesus, what a stalling German. 1, 2. Ishii kicks out at 2. A stalling German suplex, ragdolling Tomohiro Ishii around before he delivers the German. The absolute strength of Jeff Cobb has been on full display here in this matchup. The raw power. Grasping Tomohiro Ishi, throws him off the ropes, going for Tour of the Islands. Ishii delivers a hard clothesline. Jeff Cobb eats it, delivers one of his own. Moonsault cover. 1, 2. Jeff Cobb kicks out. No, Tomohiro Ishii, kicks out at 2. Both men are absolutely spent. Haymakers have been thrown. Ishii back to his feet through the help of Cobb. Tour of the Islands. Ishii bounces off. Step up. Enziguri delivered by Ishii. Jeff Cobb down on his back after bouncing off the bottom rope. This is exactly what Ishii needed, but it looks like he tweaked his knee a little bit after connecting very hard with that step-up Enziguri. Jeff Cobb wobbly, can't even pull himself to his feet with the rope, with the assistance of the ropes. Ishii clothesline to Jeff Cobb, sandwiching him between the ropes, goes for another. Jeff Cobb, oh my God, what a jab by Jeff Cobb to Tomohiro Ishii. Ishii is out on his feet. Jeff Cobb bounces off the ropes and eats a clothesline. Sure fire instincts by the brawler Tomohiro Ishii to deliver that clothesline to Jeff Cobb. Grasping the wrist of Jeff Cobb to keep control. Bounces off the ropes. Sliding lariat attempt by Ishii, but he is caught in vice grips. Goes for another T-bone suplex to no avail. Dragon suplex by Tomohiro Ishii to Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb bounced the back of his head right on the mat. Tomohiro Ishii back to his feet, valiantly fighting. Jeff Cobb seems out of it. The crowd is, I think they're just into this. Bounces off the ropes, clothesline, flipping Jeff Cobb upside down and inside out. Cover. 1, 2. Jeff Cobb kicks out at 2. Ishii trying to get to his feet first. Jeff Cobb, eyes are glazed over. Reaching for the ropes, and he's in the middle of the ring. How much does Jeff Cobb have left? Going for his patented stalling brainbuster. Jeff Cobb is up. Drops his weight, countering the brainbuster attempt. Spinning back suplex, the spin cycle delivered by Jeff Cobb. Ishii sits almost immediately up. Using the ropes to get up the rest of the way. Charges Jeff Cobb, back elbow by Cobb. Goes for a headbutt, eats a jab of his own. Hard elbow. Dueling headbutts. Both men are down again. Cobb seems to be stirring first. Ishii is completely out of it, groaning and grunting in pain. Jeff Cobb holding his head. What does he have to do to beat Ishii, and what does Ishii have to do to beat Jeff Cobb? Goes for the right hand. Ishii counters, spins him around. Cobb counters. Ishii counters with a knee to the head. Hard headbutt, driving Jeff Cobb back to the mat. Drops to a knee, then fell to his face. What a headbutt delivered by Tomohiro Ishii. Telling Cobb to get up. Thrust kick by Jeff Cobb. Ishii eats it. Running clothesline. Charges Cobb, power bomb. Rip cord, Tour of the Islands, cover. 1, 2, 3. What an amazing grab by Jeff Cobb to Tomohiro Ishi from a seated position, pulled him off the mat, hit him with the Tour of the Islands, and takes the victory in this matchup tonight against Tomohiro Ishi, getting to 6 points. Ishii is at 6 points, so these two men are tied, leading to the last two matches in this tournament before the finals are decided. Both brackets will be combined as professional wrestlers drop off if they don't have enough points, leading to this matchup here coming in the few weeks here on the Bruze Cruze Podcast. Thank you so much for listening, Bruiser Nation, and we're going to keep on going with the pod deck segments that we've been doing. I like to switch them up. Sometimes I'll do it at the end. Sometimes I'll do it at the beginning. Here we go. What is the nicest thing a stranger has ever done for you? I mean, that's an easy one, too. So we were driving back from a vacation to Disney World, and about North Carolina, pretty late, like 10 o'clock at night, right in the middle of the Bible Belt, like nobody's around, and the car breaks down on the highway. So we get what we need, me, the wife at the time, and my son, and we go across, and we see a church and a house next to the church. So we go over and knock on the door. Well, the gentleman came to the door, saw that we had a son, so that, created a good situation, because, I mean, it is kind of weird, some random knock at your door at 10 o'clock at night. And he just so happened to be willing to help us. He got us in his car, drove us to my car, got all of our stuff out of it, drove us to a hotel, used his military discount for us, and still continued to help me after my parents came and got my wife and son. I hung out because Bible Belt, it was a Friday when this happened, so I couldn't get my car fixed till like Monday morning, and he helped me not only get it towed, but got me to the right place to get it fixed, and kept using his discount for me as much as he could. And that was like the coolest thing any stranger has ever done for me. Like, we were in a bad sitch, Bruiser Nation. It would have been terrible if we couldn't find help, but we managed to. So, I mean, basically that's it. That's the story. It was a long weekend. It was a fun vacation. The end of it sucked, but through the kindness of a stranger, we made it through, got my car fixed, and I eventually got home. Don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe to the Bruze Cruze Podcast wherever you get your podcast, as well as Bruiser Nation Productions PR. That's our handle on Twitter. Go ahead and add us anytime you'd like. I'll do my best to respond to you. Let me know what you want to hear from the Bruze Cruze Podcast. Coming the first week in August, we will have the Bruze Cruze Podcast Macabre, where nothing is off limits. We're going to be talking werewolves, Frankenstein, zombies, aliens, all kinds of stuff, some true crime in there. We're going to do a first special 12 episodes, and every so often we're going to be doing another 12 episodes. So not only is the Bruze Cruze Podcast the only podcast that brings you pro wrestling for your ears, because each episode will drop, we will continue pro wrestling coverage as well as a little side coverage of some crazy, ridiculous, and sometimes unbelievable things on the Bruze Cruze Podcast Macabre. But until next time, Bruiser Nation, stay good, because I'm always good.
there, Bruiser Nation. Raise those anchors and get ready to wear the official merch of Bruiser Nation Productions. Visit bruisernationproductions.kincustom.com and show the world your love of the Bruiser Nation as you go about your day in style. We have Bruze Cruze Podcast and To the Turnbuckle tees, hoodies, jackets, shoes, bags, and even pillows. You heard that right. Pillows. That's bruisernationproductions.kincustom.com. Once again, bruisernationproductions.kincustom.com. And remember, Bruiser Nation, stay good, because I'm always good.